all, welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mods, and today is Terminator Tuesdays, everybody. So we have got issue 113 of Build the Terminator, and we're finally getting the last section for the base that we need to screw on. So this is going to be very exciting. It doesn't mean that the base is finished, we've still got more work to do, but we're putting in the fourth bit in this issue. So very, very exciting. I can't wait to get started. So with all that said, let's get modelling. Okay, let's get started. So, this is the fourth base section. It's basically going to go in like that, but like before, we do need to screw it in from underneath. So what I'm just going to do, just take that section away. I'll try and do this so it's on camera. It's not always easy. Here we go. Right, so this is the fourth section. Now what I'm going to do, like I've done before, just going to clip, and it's just to hold it in place really. And then I'm going to start, so I'll just move this down. I'm going to start up here and put these fixing plates in. So the problem is with this is because of all the detail underneath that we've been adding, it's very, very hard to work on. So, but we'll do as best. I mean, I'm very cautious that this base section is resting on them LEDs, the searchlights. I'm sure we'll manage. Just double check that other one. Okay, we've got two of these fixing plates to put in today, so this is the first one. Okay, nearly there with this one. And what doesn't help is I'm really having to stretch over the model to get these screws in place. Okay, so that's that fixing plate in now. Now we've got another one just down here to put in. This should be a lot easier to do. Okay, right. And just for note as well, these are PWB 2x4mm screws that we're using. Okay, almost there. Ooh, that satisfying click when everything goes in. Okay, this is the third screw. And then we'll finally have this base more or less complete. Okay, that's the final one in. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take these clips that I've been using out. Some people have left them in, but I'm going to take mine out, and so it can sort of get to the shape it needs to be. Okay, so I'm going to flip this over. So this is the section we've added. If we get that into camera a bit more, there we go. This is the section we've just put in, and now we've got what we've got is we've got some detail that we need to put in. So we've got this detail here, and we've got this detail here, and these are going to be going in. That one's going to go fit there, and that one's going to fit there. But they do need to be glued in, these pieces, so I'm going to get the glue. I'm just going to run it around the edge inside the model. Just a couple, not a lot. So let's get this first one in, just like that, and then we'll get this other one in. I'm always conscious when I'm looking that I'm making sure that it's on screen. Okay, so that's in place. Now I do think this will be supported a bit more once it's done. Okay, so them pieces are in place. We've just got one final piece left, which is this piece here. Now this piece is going to go in here, but it's actually going to be above the piece that we put in previously. So that's why we had to do that piece first. Okay, so bob that into place and just there. Right, okay. The next thing we do, now I've had to study the instructions quite a lot on this one because it isn't very clear what happens, but we've got, yes, 2 more springs. Now the first spring is going in this section here. Just going to sit in like that. But what I am conscious of is there is a certain way it goes round, but it does need to be, again, it needs to be glued in place. Now this spring is not too bad, but we have got one that's going to be a little bit different. Right, so I'm just holding that in place just while the glue goes off. Okay, I think that'll do. Okay, so what I mean by, we've got this spring here. Now, the pictures are not very clear about where this spring has to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the skull in to give me sort of reference to where this is going to go. Okay, so it's going to sit in front of it just like that. It's going to be a bit like that, really, and then glued in place, but it's not very clear in the instructions where it does go, how far it goes up and everything else like that. So I'm going to go with what I think is right. But the other thing which is causing an issue is where to glue. So I'm just going to I'm just going to put a little bit on the part, and if it comes into contact with anything, it will stick. Okay, so I'm just going to put my glue lid on, even though I don't really need to with this glue because it's vacuum sealed. Okay, so I know that's the bottom. So I've more or less got that in the place I believe it should be, but if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Suppose mine will be a unique one. So I'm just holding that nicely in place because with there being no groove or anything, it's going to be hard. Right, I'm just going to leave that there now because the next thing we have to do is we have to add the, if I just get it, is the final spotlight. What I'm going to do though, I don't want to turn this upside down, so I'm just going to feed this through. Now this is the spotlight with the longer lead on it, the one that it told us to mark it. So I'm just feeding the wire down, because basically what's going to happen is this is going to stay now on my desk while the glue properly goes off, and that could be overnight. So just squeeze the end, that clicks into place, and now that's in place. So I'm not going to touch this now because I don't want any of that glue to come loose and not dry, because it's very difficult to put it on after. But that's how I believe that section needs to be there. And that's it for this issue. So that's 113 complete. Well, that's it for Terminator Tuesdays, guys. Thanks for tuning in. The instructions for that spring were not clear at all, and I know some people have actually just sort of tried to do it in the leisure, but I wanted to see if I could get a video together for you, just to sort of trying to explore the myth of where it goes, I would say, because there's no clear way of how it's done. It's not zoomed into in the instructions or anything like that. So I reckon though it'll make everybody's base a unique base, because it'll be done in the way that they think it is. So that's quite exciting. Anyway, if you like this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified of any future videos. But guys, as for always, stay safe and bye for now.